Hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of the brand new Netflix, Fear Street Part 1, 1994. Let's do it. Fear Street Part 1, 1994 is a horror mystery film from director Leigh Janiak and Netflix. Based on the book series of the same name by R.L. Stine, the movie stars Kiana Madeira, Olivia Scott Welch, Benjamin Flores Jr., Julia Rehwald, Fred Hechinger, David W. Thompson, and Maya Hawke. A circle of teenage friends accidentally encounter the ancient evil responsible for a series of brutal murders that have plagued their town for over 300 years. Welcome to Shadyside. So I've been a fan of horror for most of my life. I grew up with younger fare like Are You Afraid of the Dark and Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and of course Monster Squad. But having an older brother who was also into horror and was like 8 years older than me, I quickly graduated to watching full-blown horror flicks when I was probably a little bit too young, but hey, I think I turned out okay. That said, I've never actually read any R.L. Stine. In fact, literally just yesterday, I found out it was a guy. Always thought it was a woman. I don't know why. But even though I haven't read the books, I thought this approach from Netflix was pretty cool. 3 loosely connected movies in a trilogy spanning decades to come out like 1 week after another. Now, I went into this one pretty cold. I had watched the trailer. The only person in the cast I was familiar with was Maya Hawke. Once again, stuck in a mall set in a period piece. But while I didn't love this flick, I was pleasantly surprised. I had a lot of fun with it. I will admit that none of the cast, blew me away, but I thought they were all quite solid, with Madeira and Scott Welch being the standouts. And this is very much a love letter to 90s slashers flicks, and being a 90s kid, I appreciated that. There's also a little bit of Scream happening too, I think that's pretty obvious. And I love that movie. Speaking of the 90s, and maybe I'm dating myself here, but hey, I'm a good boyfriend, that was a terrible joke, and I'm sorry you had to hear it. The soundtrack for this movie absolutely rules. Portishead, Cypress Hill, Bush, Garbage, 9 Inch Nails, Radiohead, White Zombie, Iron Maiden, Soundgarden. I mean, come on now, what's not to like? Unless, of course, you literally don't like any of those bands, in which case, all of it. I will say I'm not quite sure what demographic this movie is made for. Stine is mostly known for children's lit, but this movie has sexuality, quite a bit of swearing, quite a bit of gore, and is rated R. But I will say after the cold open, I really did like the dynamic of this little ensemble. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Goonies, even a bit of Stranger Things, Maya Hawke notwithstanding. That said, I didn't find this movie scary at all. Maybe that's because I watch a lot of horror, maybe it's because this movie skews younger. There were a bunch of jump startles, but nothing I found genuinely frightening. Still, I did enjoy the lore that this movie sets up. And I thought the production design for this 90s period piece was spot on. Old school computers, pagers, AOL Messenger, and particularly the clear plastic phone. Never had one, always wanted one. I also really dug the color palette, a lot of creepy blues and purples, and the blood really pops on screen. I did think that the movie was a little bit long, and that it also got kind of repetitive. They seemingly solved the mystery and how to fix it, but then they're wrong, so they have to figure it out again, but then they're wrong, so they have to figure it out again. That got a little tiresome, and I did feel like the movie went on about 10 minutes longer than it really needed to. That said, it does kind of include a trailer for part 2, so that did tack on a little bit of runtime. Still, all in all, I had fun with this movie. Is it a horror movie that I'll find myself wanting to revisit in a couple months? No, probably not. But I enjoyed my time watching it. It's certainly a recommendation from me. And I'm really looking forward to the next 2 installments, which I will review here on my channel, of course. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to give Fear Street Part 1. And I think I'm going to give Fear Street Part 1 a
corn syrup. Same stuff they use for pig's blood in Carrie.
Out of 10. So now I want to know, have you seen Fear Street Part 1? What did you think about it? What is your favorite horror movie made for the younger crew? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. It helps to get the video out to more people, helps the channel grow. I appreciate it very much. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, Fear Street, all that good stuff. Hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.